Today I am going to do a wear test of the Makeup by Mario. This is a brand new foundation, and I will say one thing about this line. When I was selecting my color, it seems to lean towards the warm side. So I think some people will have a hard time finding a color match on this one. But anyway, not impossible, but you may go through a couple of bottles before you actually find the right one. I went with 11N, and I was lucky it was in stock because some of them are out of stock. Anyway, this is new from Makeup by Mario, so let's see what Mario says about this foundation. It is only at Sephora, as mentioned. It has 30 shades. It is $42. And I already mentioned that I feel that the line kind of leans towards warmer shades, a lot of yellow undertones. It is a breathable, luminous foundation that effortlessly builds and blends to illuminate the complexion with customizable, long-wearing coverage. And of course, I'm going to do a wear test, as mentioned, give you my honest opinion of it. I'm just running to the dog store today. I need to get some food for the girls, and I'm really not doing much else. And then I will come home, I'll have a little lunch, and then I will go out for a walk. I don't think it promises to be sweat proof, but we're going to put it to the test because we're menopausal women and we sweat naturally. So anyway, it does have some highlighted ingredients of grapeseed and vegetal squalene, which provides restoring, moisturizing benefits. It has perfecting powders, which works with the skin's natural texture for a smooth, enhanced finish. It is free of parabens, formaldehydes, phthalates, mineral oil, retinol palmitate, oxybenzone, coal tar, hydroquinone, sulfates, trichlocarbon, and contains less than 1% of a synthetic fragrance. It is vegan, gluten-free, and cruelty-free. And what else you need to know? Mario says you need to know this. This foundation reveals skin's natural luminosity. It features moisture grip technology and hydrates skin and glides on easily for customizable coverage. Layer it on or sheer it out. The buildable formula works harmoniously with powders or creams while staying true to its original color. So that's another thing I'm going to check for. Does it oxidize on me? Because it already leans slightly yellow, so if it oxidizes, it's not going to go with the halo. It does have some silicones in it. Suggested usage: apply Surreal Skin Foundation with the F4 brush. We're not going to be doing that because I didn't buy the F4 brush. And you can gradually build this. So go with a thin layer and then add layers to get the full coverage that you want if you're after full coverage. For a more natural coverage, he says to use your fingers. I am going to use my preferred method for applying foundation, and that is a damp sponge. I use the Sonia Kashuk. I have several different brands, but I do like this one, and it is a little bit more affordable than some of the other sponges, and I feel it kind of outperforms many of them. So we are going to get started. This is what the packaging looks like. It does not say, let me get my zoom lens here. This is my zoom lens to all my new subscribers. It does not say anywhere on here SPF. It says, Surreal Foundation is my complexion masterpiece. I put my heart into this groundbreaking formula with the hope of not creating a barrier of foundation, but rather awakening the true infinite beauty that lies within. With love and light, Mario. There really is no need for sunscreen to be in your foundation because you should be wearing an SPF over all of your skincare. All right, so it does not bother me that there's no SPF in this because I have my Isden sunscreen on. Now I do put my sunscreen on about 20 minutes before I'm going to apply my makeup, just to allow everything to really kind of settle. So as mentioned, the box looks like this, and this is what the bottle looks like. It has the big Makeup by Mario on it, and it is a pump. And I believe, yep, you can also do this, which I like because then once you have pumped most of it out, if you have a small enough beauty spatula, you can get in there and get even more. And with the prices of things these days, we want more. All right, so that is it. I'm going to give it a little shake just to make sure it's all blended up. And now I am on the hunt for my little glass bars. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a pump on my glass so you can see the consistency of this foundation. So it's not super watery, but yet it's not super thick. I'm going to do 2 pumps so you get a better look. So that is the consistency. I'm going to start with less. So I'm just going to take a small amount of this, just a little dab, and I'm going to put a little dab here, a little dab here, on my inner cheek, because most of my coverage is needed through the T-zone area. It's not so much around the outer part of the face. And then I will put a dot here. I do need to put a little tiny dot here. And then I'll put one on the cheekbone and whatever's left over down. And then I'm going to go ahead and start blending just to see how much coverage this will give me. So I like to pounce with my sponge. The color may be a tad too light, but the others were just too much for me. I probably will need to have 2 different shades. Boy, I need to get busy with my twinkle because I have a lot of menopause fuzz on my face today. Well, I may have to bypass the twinkle and go for the dog's furminator because I got a lot of fur going on. All right, so let's just get busy and we'll ignore the fur for now. So this is a very, very thin layer of it. It does have a luminosity to it, but it's not so much that a normal combination person, I don't think, would have a problem with it. I'm going to definitely need more. So this is a very, very thin layer. You can see it does have a very luminous glow to it. And let me just blend this. Let's move my hair out of the way. Like I said, I'm just going to the dog store to get the girls some food. I may pop into Whole Foods, I'm not sure. And I may pop into Home Goods, I'm not sure. It all depends on what time I get out of here. I don't like to be out and about when it gets super busy. I don't know, I like to be out early, get everything done. Okay, so this is a very, very thin layer. It actually is very nice, and I would feel comfortable leaving my house like this, although I feel comfortable leaving my house with my face naked. So that is the look. So let's go in, and I'm going to take some more. I'm going to put some more on my nose. I'm going to put some on my forehead. We're going to go for a little bit more this time. But not too much because, like I said, I'll be out and about and I don't want to have camera ready makeup on while I'm out and about. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and put some on the sponge and we're going to go and just pounce all over the skin and build this up now. Boy, that's really, really pretty. Very, very pretty. Even built up like this, it's very, very pretty. I'm not going to go up underneath my eyes with it. Okay, so I'm going to leave my eyes and use concealer underneath my eyes, but that is really, really a nice foundation. Moving back so there are not as many lights on me. But look at that beautiful glow. It really is nice. I'll just blend it down a little bit here with my fingers. I'm going to go over my whole face, just touching with my fingers to see. It's very comfortable. It's really beautiful. It really does have a pretty finish. I think this color will be okay for me. It's covering my rosacea. I just have mild rosacea. And around my nose, I have a little tiny bit of redness. It's covering that. It did cover the brown spot I have right here. And a lot of these have faded out with the skincare product that I'm using. So they're hardly even visible anymore, but it is covering it. So very, very nice. I hope it doesn't oxidize because it does have a beautiful glow. Now this is 2 layers. I would be very comfortable with 1 layer, but this can be built up. And I'll bet, I'm not going to do it because like I said, I'm going out public. I'll bet you could do a third layer and get very, very good coverage with this foundation. Just gonna touch my nose a little bit with the sponge and blend it where my glasses leave that mark. Very, very nice. Very nice. It does have a slight tackiness to it, but nothing that's too much. And as Mario says, you can use any powder with it and it really works well with them. So we're gonna do just that, but first I'm just gonna do a little bit of concealer. I'm using the Christian Dior Backstage. Again, I use my fingers with this one. I feel it works best. And I just kind of warm it up. And I'm just going for a light application. So I'm going to actually put this on the top of the eye first. And then I will, oh, I got it right on my contact lens. It's not bothering me, but you might see a spot in the brown part of my eye. All right, I'll take my contacts out after I'm done with it. Okay, so the concealer is on. And I just really allow the warmth of my fingers to really work it into all of my fine lines. And then same on the top. And this is just to cancel out the redness. You can use a corrector under this, but if I can get away with not using so many things around the eye area, that's what I go for. Because I have enough wrinkles and they show, and I don't need to accentuate them, my friends, okay? Okay, so the foundation is feeling really, really good. And I do like the luminosity of it. It still has a little bit of a tackiness to it, so we're gonna go ahead and go in with a powder. And today I will just use whatever's in my little travel bag, which is my Laura Mercier. I'm just going to take enough powder on this brush to set the cheek area and maybe the T-zone area. So I'm just gonna give it a quick brush and see how that layer was. I might need just a little bit more. So I'm taking a very, very small amount. And I'm gonna go ahead and just pounce it in the area that I'm gonna go ahead and use blush and some bronzer over. And of course, I'll go ahead and just brush over the forehead lightly. Okay, so it's just on the cheek. Okay, so that really did help. Now I won't get any skipping when I'm using my bronzer and my blush, all right? Many of you asked me what eyeshadow I was wearing in my last video. I'm gonna go ahead and use the same shadows, but I think I'm gonna do it off camera. But I did use, it's from the new Natasha Denona My Dream palette. It's new to me. And I went ahead and I used just the peachy tones, this one and this one, and just a tiny bit of this. And I just started out by putting this one all over the lid and just a little bit up over the brow bone where the crease ends, just to kind of lift my eyes. And then I just went in with this one here, just to the outer corner, and just a little bit of this on the underneath with a little bit of the peach over it. And then what I put over it, and I still say get it while you can, this Pat McGrath blush palette is so nice. And you get everything you need. But I went over with this peach. I just went over the lid area, not the outer corner, and then I took a little bit of the highlighter and just went over the peach. That is what I did for my eyes. I will share also what lip I was wearing the other day. Many wanted to know what lipstick I was wearing in that video. These are also from Pat McGrath, and I paired it with the Laura Mercier, and this is the Ruby pencil, but I blended it really well. And these are beautiful. They are the vinyl, it's the Pat McGrath Lip Fetish Divinyl Lip Shine. And the one I was wearing that day was Electric Lotus. Let me just go ahead and swatch these on my hand for you. Beautiful. This is the Electric Lotus. Just a beautiful, beautiful color. You can wear it with a pink liner, or I chose this liner here, which is a ruby, but I blended it so that there was no definite line. The definite line look is definitely aging for me. So I don't like a definite line. So I blend it so there's just a hue, just a small difference. And then it just looks perfect to me. The other color that I went ahead and picked up that is so beautiful is called Boudoir Rose. Ashley even picked this one up. It was so pretty. We were in the mall at in Boca, the Boca Town Center Mall, and that mall is just phenomenal. But this is the pink one, and you can wear this with any pink liner you love. It's just a beautiful, beautiful color. And I just ordered this one. I have not worn it, not sure it's going to be right for me. It's called Nude Venus. I saw another one when we were in the store, and I only got 2 of them, and I should have gotten no, I think they were sold out of it. So I ordered it online, and I'm not sure that I got the right one, but this is a nude, but it has a little bit of a gloss sheen to it, which I really like. Again, this is Nude Venus. I think many of you nude lipstick wearers will absolutely love this because I do. And you can pair this with a beautiful nude liner. Spice would go with that. I probably will wear this with the, what is the name of this? Called Nicole's Nude from House of Siage. It just has enough difference. Again, I would blend it down. I would not leave it this way so that you see that line. I would blend it and feather it in. It will change the tone of the lipstick slightly, but it will just be beautiful. So those are the lips that I have been trying. I wanted something, I love, love, love my Fit Glow Beauty. I wanted something that just had a little bit more color to it. And these are very comparable in texture, so I'm really loving those. So I'm gonna go finish my makeup, and I'll be right back just to share it with you before I leave.
I'm not sure I
and
understand.
I will also let you know how it is feeling. It's very, very comfortable, my friends. Very, very comfortable. And I think the color is absolutely perfect for me. So I will be right back, my friends. Okay, so I'm back with the finished look, and I want to share a couple of things with you. I'm trying a lot of new things today. So we will see how they all work when I come back. I love the Essence mascara in the green and black tube, but I went ahead and bought this one to see. Now it does apply nicely, but I have no idea how it's going to wear or if it's going to leave little droppings on my face. So we'll see when I come back. For the lips, I decided to go with the nude color, and this is with MAC Spice. And I just lined my lips, and then I just filled in the outer corners of my lips, leaving the center without any lip liner except for around the rim. And then I went ahead with the Pat McGrath Nude Venus, I think it was called, something like that. It'll all be listed and linked below for you. And I bought some new pencils when I was with Ashley. She says these get really good reviews, and they are from Haws Lab. I think this is Lady Gaga's line. So I bought the bronzy tone, and I also bought this is the deep cocoa matte, and then I also bought the beige matte for when I want to line the lower lid. Today I just went ahead with the bronze, and this is the color. It's a nice bronzy brown. And I did my tight lining. So we will see if it lasts or if it transfers by the time I come back. But if you don't get them off of your hand quickly, they are there forever. For my eyes, I did the same look I was wearing in the other video, except for today, I did take the highlighting powder and I put it right in the center. So I started a little bit on the inner eye, but then I did a little heavier just in the center of the eye, just to make it pop a little. And then the other 3 shadows I explained to you. What else? Anything else new on my face? Just the foundation, the lipstick, the mascara, the eye pencil, and the foundation. Now the foundation is feeling beautiful. I did not, normally I go in and I spray with my Morphe setting spray just to take that powdered look away. I do not feel that it's necessary with this foundation. It is looking beautiful. I will tell you, because I am a menopausal woman, I am starting to sweat a little bit, and which is bringing out a glow in the T-zone area, so I will be able to see how this holds up with a little bit of hot flash. And then, of course, when I'm outside, today it's going to be very warm here in Florida, so I will be able to really give you a good review on this foundation and how it holds up in humidity and heat. It's not super humidity, not like the summer, but it's still hot enough. And because I do overheat sometimes, my foundation has a tendency to slide. I find that I wear less and less foundation here in Florida than I do anywhere else. That's why it's so important to keep our skin looking the best we possibly can, because at some point, we may not be able to pack all this foundation on. Anyway, that is the finished look. I'll come a little closer for you so you can see. I will take some pictures in natural light. I didn't do my eyebrows. Let me do my eyebrows, because let me tell you something. Let me get close. Can you see all those white hairs? I despise my white eyebrows. And I will tell you, my eyebrows have really thickened up. And they're still thin, but there's a lot of new hairs growing in, and I'm just letting them go. But I noticed that some of the underneath hairs have grown in, and they have filled in where there were, there was a pretty good space right here. But I do think, and I'm using the new Lash Brow. It is phenomenal. No other brow serum has ever worked for me, ever. This one, it has. But my brows are also growing in darker with age. My brows were never that dark. And I will tell you, I bought the taupe in the Anastasia. It's terrible. It's a different formula than I'm used to. But it's not a good color. It looks almost like charcoal gray. It's just not, it doesn't complement the brow area. So I am still going ahead and just using the tinted brow gel that I use. And this one is in brunette. And I just need to fill that in a little bit. It's just really, I'm brushing along very lightly. I know this is even a little bit darker than my brows, but it doesn't have that gray, ashy tone to it, so it works better. I was looking very medieval mad in the other one. So that is my brows. You see, it just gives enough definition so that I don't have to really fill my brows in anymore. So I really like the tinted brow gels. So that's it for now. I will be back shortly. Hopefully, I will still be wearing foundation. All right, my friends, I'll be back. Okay, so I am back. I did a 44-minute walk with Lula. It actually is a little more humid than I thought out and a little hotter than I thought. Let me see what it says for the temperature so you have an idea. I have to take my contacts out when I walk because my eyes get too dry. So I took my contacts out so the lights do reflect a little bit in my glasses. Okay, so it's 82 degrees right now. And the humidity, what is our humidity? The humidity is 87%, making it feel warmer. So I was kind of surprised by that. I thought because it was a little overcast that it was going to be a little cooler, but it was not. But my Lula, she's a trooper, but she does tire out quicker than Harley. Okay, so I'm back to give you my final thoughts on the Mario foundation. I did work up a little bit of a sweat on my cheek area and a little bit in the T-zone area, so we'll keep that in mind. It looks beautiful. It looks skin-like. And I also will insert a couple of pictures I took in just natural lighting in the house and in direct sunlight shining right on my face, so you can see all angles of this foundation. It is really nice. It feels like skin. It feels wonderful on the skin, very lightweight. It doesn't feel waxy. It doesn't look waxy. It did not oxidize. The color stayed true. And the only place, it did wear off a little bit on my chin, but that may be because I ate lunch and I may have wiped a little bit with the napkin. So my chin is a little exposed, but it's still on here and all around my mouth. My folds and wrinkles around my mouth, it did not gather in at all. And my 11s, it did not gather. My forehead lines, which are very, very deep. My forehead lines right here are very, very deep. That's something that's genetic in my family. My brothers both have very, very deep lines here, and I do too. I think that comes from my father's side, not my mother's side. It doesn't feel tacky on the skin, and it really did not wear off on any other part of the face. Now, I will take my glasses off so you can see. It, where I sweat on my nose, it did wear off, but I think that would happen with any foundation you're wearing if you wear glasses and you're sweating. But that's the only place that it came off. It's still all throughout here. I'm still sweating a little bit right through here, but you can see it really holds up well. So I am really happy that I went ahead and got a bottle of this. Now let's talk about that liner that I used, the Haws Labs. And again, this was in deep bronze shimmer. I put it all on my tight lines. So let's see, it is still on, and it did not transfer to the waterline. So we may have a winner here as well, my friends. This may be the pencil that replaces my NARS Via Pia. I have to wear it a couple more times to make sure. But, and I also have it in a darker shade, which I will try. And I will also try the Nude to see if it transfers or wears off. I do not, in general, have watery eyes. That may present a problem for some. But for me, it is still there. The lip holds up really well. If you eat, the lip is going to go away. If you drink a lot, the lip is going to go away. I would treat these lips as a gloss, not as a long wear lip, but they are so comfortable on the lips. And now I have very deep lip lines, even though some of you don't think I do. I do. And you know, everything I wear does go a little bit in my lines, but I think when you're wearing a gloss, this one does not travel too bad. It's not all over the place. And when I'm walking, I put a lip balm on. I didn't wear the lip, so I did refresh a little bit with this. But I have worn all of these, and I love them. Ashley bought the pink, the Boudoir rose, and she loves it as well. These are really nice. They are a pricier lip balm, but so many of you were asking about it, so I wanted you to know. These are the Pat McGrath Labs. The color I'm wearing right now is Nude Venus, and these are called the Lip Fetish Divinal Lip Shine. Beautiful. All right, my friends, so I think we have a winner. I forgot to mention in the beginning of the video, for anyone who is new here, does not really know, I have dry skin. In the summer, I can claim that I have dry to normal. I never have normal. I always have dry something going on. But this foundation really does complement the skin. It's beautiful. It's really, really a pretty foundation, and it feels really good. All right, my friends, so that is the review for the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Foundation. It's a 1 ounce size, and again, it is $42 with 30 shades available, only available at Sephora. And the pencils also Sephora, and the lip also exclusive to Sephora. And this is not a sponsored video. No, none of my videos are sponsored anymore, none. All right, so that is it, my friends. If you haven't already subscribed, I would love to have you as an ageless beauty, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Right next to it is the bell. It will notify you of all the videos that I'm putting up. Until the next time, my friends, go out in the world, be lovable, and remember, it is okay to love our age. I love you all. Bisous.